Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, for liking, for all the support that you guys have given me. I don't know why I keep wearing these eyelashes. Anyway, following the video that I had posted previously, the one on my labor and delivery story. If you haven't watched it, please go back and click and watch the video. Following that, I decided to answer some frequently asked questions about like the kind of disgusting stuff that happens before, during, and after labor and delivery. So yeah, this video will be titled TMI, things that happen during and after labor and childbirth. Number 1, your body is not your own anymore. By the way, let me just add a side note. I shot this video before only to realize that my phone was not recording anymore. I am so upset. Let me just check if it's recording. Hold on. Yeah, I shot this video only to realize that my phone was not recording anymore. And I recorded the whole video. Like I was sitting here talking to myself this whole time. Was I not upset? Anyway, let's get into the video. Number 1, your body is not your own anymore. From the minute you register yourself at the prenatal clinic, just know that you're gonna have people picking at your body, looking at you. You're gonna be naked a lot of the time. You're gonna have your blood drawn a lot. You're gonna have like, what's that thing called? Like people sticking their fingers up your vagina a lot. And people sticking that thing. I forgot its name. It's been like 7 years. So I'll put it somewhere here. But you're going to have a lot of that. And you are going to be pretty annoyed by it. If you're very reserved, then you should just know that, yeah, that's what you're going to have to deal with. Generally, yeah, you're gonna be naked a lot of the time. And if you happen to go to a government clinic, just know that people are gonna be walking in and out. Even male nurses are gonna be walking in and out of the room while you're butt naked on the examination table. It happens. It is what it is. You just have to get used to it. Number 2, losing your mucus plug, aka having your water break. This is kind of tricky because it can happen even before you're aware you're in labor. So you could be walking in the grocery store with your significant other close to your due date, and then all of a sudden there's a gush of water and your pants are wet, or like the floor is wet, and people have to clean up after you because obviously you're a pregnant woman. Luckily for me, it happened while I was still at the hospital. The fluid that comes out is kind of weird because it's clear, but it's got a bit of blood in it, and then there's like these weird streaky veiny membrane looking things, crawling around. Sorry, my hands are dry. Not crawling, but like these membrane looking things inside the clear fluid, which is just weird. But yeah, it can get messy. You can wake up in the middle of the night and think your partner's wet the bed. Can't it? You've broken your waters, and now you're getting ready to give birth. Number 3, vomiting. When you're at hospital, if you happen to be admitted beforehand, or if your birthing was scheduled, they'll tell you not to eat a few hours before because they know that it's kind of grueling, the nausea that you get while you're in labor. I know some hospitals give some people ice cups for you to chew on just to get rid of the hunger, like the feeling of hunger, whatever, but they avoid giving people food because they hurl, like pregnant women hurl everywhere when they're in labor. Yeah, so you could possibly, if you were at home when you went into labor, you could very possibly throw up on the nurse It's really very possible that you be throwing up everywhere on everyone that's around you. It's uncontrollable. You just have like diarrhea from your mouth. Number 4, golden showers. You're most likely to like, okay, the same muscles that you use to push, and the same muscles that are spasming for you to push your baby out are the same muscles that we use to pee and poop. So when you're pushing, it is very likely that you might just pee on everyone while you're trying to push. And number 5, poop. This is a thing that I didn't like talking about a lot, and I'm sure you guys already know what's coming. But this is a thing that I didn't like talking about a lot when I narrated my birth story before, because I found it very embarrassing. But it turns out that this is a thing that happens to a lot of women, because the same muscles, just as I explained with the pee, that you use to push your baby out are the same muscles you engage when you're peeing and pooping. It is very likely that you will poop while the nurses are looking at your open legs and there's things and juices flowing out of you and you're trying to push a baby out, and yeah, number 2 ends up coming instead of a baby. Happens. I had the feeling of constipation, even though it wasn't. I realized later that it was just my body preparing for birth, but I couldn't go to the toilet. Like, I'd wanted to poop, but I'd go to the toilet and nothing would come out. And it just so happened that my body decided to relieve itself while I was on the delivery table, which is one reason why I thank God I was alone during my delivery, like not with anybody else, because imagine how embarrassing that is. You're trying to give birth and then your body is just like, yeah, no, let's just poop on ourselves. It's not pleasant, but it does happen to a lot. Like, most of the time, in fact, women poop. Like, it's very rare for a woman not to poop. But I really wonder how it works. Like, if you're having a water birth and you're in there with your husband and there's all sorts of juices flowing out of you, plus you're peeing in the water, then you end up pooping while your man is there holding you. Ew. Number 6 is an episiotomy, which is, why is this word so hard to say? Episiotomy. That does not sound right. Basically, this is when the baby starts crowning, usually the nurse will slit open like your vag from the very bottom of it up until your poop hole, like somewhere near there, to facilitate the baby coming out without you tearing, because a tear is much more difficult to repair than it is to repair an incision or like a cut that was cleanly and properly made by the nurse. Yeah, which is why most women have stitches after giving birth, because they actually have to like our vaginas so that the baby can come out. Yeah, you go through that. Number 7, cottage cheese. Your baby might, when you give birth, all right, when your baby comes out, they usually, in most cases, this doesn't happen with me, but usually in most cases, when your baby pops out, the first thing they do is they put the baby on your chest so you can do skin to skin, because this is the warmest area, plus the heartbeat and whatnot. Sometimes they give the baby to the father to do that immediately. And if they do it before wiping the baby, your baby's gonna be on your chest with this cottage cheese-like substance, blood, and all sorts of other fluids. And when they take the baby off you to clean, you're left with all of that stuff on you. So yeah, childbirth is lovely, ne? Anyway, number 8, the placenta. The placenta is also called an afterbirth. That's the sac that was carrying your baby inside your womb, which also needs to be expelled from your body. This usually happens after you've given birth. Then they will tell you to push one more time while they tug on the umbilical cord that's left, and the baby comes out. The placenta comes out. This placenta sometimes is filled with poop from the baby, because as the baby grows older in your belly, there's a possibility that the baby can actually poop in the womb. So yeah, that happens. And the placenta is kind of disgusting looking. I wonder how will Kim Kardashian even think about eating that thing. Like, why? I liken it to eating poop. Like, why would you wanna? You will never know. Right. Number 9 is your baby coming out with an alien-shaped head. Because your baby's head is this big and your vagina is this big, and your vagina has to stretch to accommodate your baby. Obviously, the shape of your baby's head will kind of be altered, especially because the skull is not hard when they come out of your body. Their bones are still a little fragile. They're they're not set, they're not hard. And so your baby might look a little weird in the beginning, but that usually goes to normal really quickly. Number 10, the bathroom shuffle. You will most likely have to, after you give birth, right? There's a lot of things that have been happening. You've been pregnant for 9 months with no period. And after that, you start bleeding a lot for a long time. You will be surprised the amount of stuff your body has to expel after 9 months of not having a period. So you will have to go to the bathroom a lot. Your vagina will be swollen and throbbing in pain. And you will have to go to the bathroom at least once an hour to go and change your gigantic, ginormous pad that is already overflowing and and you'll have to go there, you'll have to sit on the bathroom, you'll have to clean yourself off with this little bottle that sprays warm water up. The warm water usually has like a bit of salt in it to make a saline solution. You have to spray that and you have to pat yourself dry, and sometimes you'll have to, like if they give you numbing spray, you'll have to use numbing spray down there to numb things so that you're able to cope with going about your day, taking care of your baby. Doing number 2 is going to be really hard, especially if you had stitches, because you're going to be afraid to hurt yourself. So you are most likely going to resort to using stool softeners. And then you'll be able to poop, but you won't be able to wipe with toilet paper. So you probably have to use wet wipes, and then take that little bottle and spray and pat dry, and then you can put your ginormous pad on and expect to do the same thing 30 minutes to an hour later every day for at least 2 weeks. Yeah, it's lovely. It's fun. Of course, the period kind of simmers down. It starts off really heavy and then it gets better with time. When you take a bath, for healing purposes, you're going to be expected to take a sitz bath where you put salt in the water and then you sit in it, and that's supposed to heal your vaginal area that was cut and then stitched up just for the sake of having a baby. So gentlemen, you people who are always you liken giving birth to having your nuts kicked, no. Before giving birth, we have mood swings, we lose our period, we have people touching us, people poking us with needles and taking our blood. We have to go through going to the appointment every month and being on time. You have to take certain supplements and vitamins so that you can be healthy enough to be able to provide enough nutrients to your baby. And then we go through labor and delivery. Sometimes labor takes up to 3 hours and sometimes it takes 3 days, just depending. And it is painful and excruciating, and the nurses sometimes are not the kindest people because they have their own problems, or they've seen too many mothers that day and they are going crazy. And so just be kind to us. The healing process afterwards is even more excruciating because now there's no more adrenaline, no more nothing. There's nobody to assist you. You are just there. I mean, of course you have family around you, but generally there's nobody to help you take the pain away. So you're gonna have to go heal from all of that. And please be kind to us. Be nice. Stop asking for 10 kids when we can only push out 3 sometimes. It is painful. It is excruciating. Just appreciate the women next to you, please. The women in your arsenal, because this childbirth is no game. You want babies but broody, but yay. I shan't continue. Anyways, thank you guys for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. Thank you guys for all the love you've been giving me. I hope you guys are keeping safe. I hope you guys are sanitizing. I hope you guys are practicing social distancing. I hope you guys are mentally prepared to be going back to work since the lockdown is almost done. I hope you guys are just generally taking care of your mental health, taking care of your bodies, drinking water. I know that as it gets cold, people stop drinking enough water, but please do take in enough water, even if it's not as much as you do take in summer, but just make sure that you meet your quota for the day, like your whatever you've set yourself to drink for the day. I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Please do like, comment, and share the videos with people. Please do engage. Please do let me know what you'd like to see next. God willing, see you guys in the next video. Peace.